Okay.
Hi,
We're on.
We're here.
We're back.
We're back. Look at us.
Two Michelle's
One question
podcast. And we brought in another guest.
Yes. This is a dear friend of mine. She wears so many hats. Jess Chavez. She's a transplant to West Michigan from Austin. I'd love to talk about how you ended up in Grand Rapids, too, because that's a whole story in and of itself. But talk about yourself. Give us some of your background because it's a great story.
Plus, when you brought her in, I'm thinking, oh, cool, we're going to talk about this thing that she does.
Right. She does one thing, but we're talking about something
all of a
else.
sudden, now you're like some savant genius human.
Oh,
like, I'm
she is.
very excited about everything that you know about wanting to do. Well, if you say to me if you say the two letters HR, I always go, oh, smarter than me. Hey, you have to know crap.
I don't.
We're the
wouldn't
worst
say
offenders.
Just being an HR is like that. The way this girl and what she knows, yes, she is a savant, but I would not say every HR person.
No, not every. No, but I mean, put HR with the glue gun thing, which we'll talk about later. Then let's
talk, Jess.
Jess.
Hi.
Jess Chavez.
Welcome, Jess.
Hi, my name is Jess. I'm a genius. No,
Beautiful.
I just learned that today.
We
Thank
just
you for
built you
having
up.
me, Michelle and Michelle.
Mhm.
You're so welcome.
I do want to say HR is always the worst offenders. So just, between us here and the world now,
Yeah, I will.
don't let
second.
them trick you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know. Well, start with what you do right now in Grand Rapids too. Give yourself a plug.
Sure. In Grand Rapids, I have a small business called Hot Glue Creux, and we get weird. We're here to
I love
make
it.
crafts with adults, analog things, right? So setting down your screen, taking a little time for yourself, away from your family, sometimes away from your kids. It's a safe space to bitch.
Yeah.
so's this, by the way.
Yeah,
I know. I
so
just
is
cursed
this.
right away. I forgot. Can I do
Oh,
that?
you can.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
We're
can.
not family.
Yeah,
But we
this-
travel around. We do crafts at breweries. We do private parties. To your point, I do team building corporate events. So I get to leverage some of my previous experience. But honestly, I just like having fun with the adults.
What do you make? I mean, just give me like one thing.
People are really into disco tiling and bedazzling right now. So we did 55 events last year, and all of them were like a little bit different.
These microphones, I want that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
love these
great
microphones
idea.
bedazzled.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
You definitely need a bedazzlement.
This is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I'll come in. I'm ready.
Look at me. I'm unbedazzled. How embarrassing.
I know. Well,
Out in
do
the
I tell
world.
people what I also learned about you?
Sure.
Doesn't have a glue gun, folks.
right? Doesn't.
Oh my God. That's so embarrassing. How can I can't go
don't
outside
know.
now. I did say I don't have a glue gun, and Jess goes by, and Michelle goes, "What? I have two. They're $10, loser." And
I
I'm
said
like,
I will give you one of mine so that
Loser.
you don't have to say that anymore.
I now that I've heard, I don't even want one of yours. I want
the cordless.
I want a cordless glue gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, pew pew. And now I want. How big? I want the biggest, best glue gun now, and I
Yeah.
probably won't even use it.
We can bedazzle it too.
Well, you're going to bedazzle your microphone.
I know.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
your second fabulous career, and you are all over the place. Hot Glue Creux,
Yes.
and we made little keychain, fun kind of purse charms at my Galentine's party. All these little
Yeah.
fun charms, and you just put it on there. There were little needle nose pliers involved. We were using tools and in the
And
bar.
stuff.
Yeah, we
There were
bring
tools
everything.
and booze. See,
It was.
hot glue gun and craft beer,
I will-
crafting beer
Yeah.
is not won't. I'll be.
Bring your reading glasses.
Somebody's gonna get in trouble.
That's my only
It's-
advice.
Well, right now, knitting clubs, book club, they're all like very cool with millennials.
Mhm.
Like the kids are getting into, old.
Yeah.
I just read this morning too that even dating apps, they've put those aside. They're doing meet and greets now.
Good
Meet
for
cutes
them
now
because dating apps are
more than ever. So yeah, we're getting back to things, old fashioned things like when I'm crafting.
Yeah.
The word crafting used to be old fashioned. Now it's kind of cool. Bird watching.
Yeah, we want to
Yeah,
hang.
they're huge.
People want to hang in person. They want
Yeah.
a weird niche hobby.
Yeah.
It's good conversation though, you guys. Like everyone's talked to someone that has nothing to say. It's boring filler.
Right.
Right.
I love talking about a weird hobby. Tell me the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
And then so that's one thing that you did aside that you do. I mean, that you've done.
That's her new life.
That's
Yeah,
She's
this
got a
is-
past, a whole past life. Yeah.
We want to ask you though, our question of the day, to Michelle's the one question. The one question is, how have you been fired? Or
How
have
do
been
you
fired?
get fired?
Wait, how have you been fired? Or how have you been fired? Or how have you been fired? Yeah, but how have you been fired? Because I don't know. I've been fired. Have you been fired?
I've been fired.
You've been fired?
Haven't been fired.
Oh,
But she's fired people.
Have
so-
fired people.
so that's our question today is how in this, I mean, especially right now, you can't just fire anybody right now. Can you? You used to be able to fire anybody. You looked at me wrong, you're fired. You can't do that anymore.
Legally, there are a lot of at-will states, but in the world today, you do typically have to build a case for it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I will
blah,
say there was
blah.
no case built. I just kind of gave up and walked away for my certain.
There needs to be no case in broadcasting. Radio,
Right.
there has to
I
be.
know.
It's we
Yeah.
can they can say they're
Yeah.
changing or they're eliminating or there's no, case, which is sad. You're like, I'm an A student, and then pow.
Whammy, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Difference between also types of firing.
Yeah.
Right. Like being laid off is different than like being fired.
Yeah.
Performance-based things.
Biggest firing scandal that you can talk about, and you can change the names or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you talk about this?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as I don't use company names. and
Okay.
real names. Not like anyone's going to string all this together.
No.
Should
a
I talk
huge-
about the...
Yeah, okay, you want me to? I can start. This is how not to get fired. Don't flip off your coworker on a Zoom call when you think even they can't see it because it's recorded and the camera angle is a lot farther away. And I was angry, and it was during COVID, and I was really pissed, and I gave this finger.
I don't see you doing that at all.
Well, because I've been in a good place. It was low. Like, and of course the camera picked it up, and that's recorded. Man, she took that right to HR, and
That got you fired.
well, I was going to say it wasn't. They had not built it. There was no.
It's not threatening. I mean, did you go?
She
"I'll
was
kill
mad.
you"?
I wasn't her friend. She was mad. I wasn't.
Well,
her
I get
friend.
that. I would.
And then
be.
she made a huge stink that I had something against her, and da 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 da. But that was the only thing in my file. I walked away because I wasn't going to take this company to court over this job. And truthfully, in the end, I would thank her today because it was a godsend that I was.
Was it a
fired.
single flip or a double
It was
flip?
I think it was just a single.
Okay.
And it was. I was
bad.
trying to be. I was just pissed, and I was like, "Argh!" And that was like me venting. And of course, it was on camera. Don't do
Not
that.
right. Not as bad. Yeah, but can't. Yeah, you couldn't put it below the.
Yeah, I thought it was low enough to.
All they saw was half of her middle finger sticking up, and you
And it
could have
probably
said,
zoomed in on it.
right.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
that's
it.
how you.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
So don't do that. But this one's way better. Jess has got a better.
all right. What do you got, Chels?
Okay.
Chels.
And I'm like, what are you,
Jess.
Jess?
I thought you said Jess. Jels. Jess.
JC.
JC, if that's you. Just kidding.
Oh, I like that. Chels.
In my like earlier days in recruiting, I was often the only woman, female on the recruiting team because I was working in like tech and engineering types of
Same thing with
startup-y
radio.
lands,
Same thing with
yeah.
radio. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And in recruiting, you have a lot of metrics, performance metrics that you need to hit to keep your job, right? Not only to keep your job, but to also get paid a bonus. So it's similar to sales in that way, right?
Yeah.
You have to have so many calls and so many people at different stages at the interview process, and all of these numbers are calculated based upon like the business need or like where they want their product to go. What amount of work is that going to take? Who's going to do that work? Where are these people located? What are the compensation? There's a lot of planning that goes into this.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it comes to the recruiting team and they're like, hey, 25 people in 6 months, do it. Right?
Go.
Yeah, go.
Logistically, do it.
Yeah. And so you work hard and you're a team. You're not just alone in all this, but
Right.
your team is constantly pushing towards this goal and you're being measured on people saying yes to taking this job.
Yep.
Which, you guys,
What was the
That's so
ratio
hard.
of how many offers you'd put out versus how many people would take the job? Random. I know that's a
typically it's about 5 to 6 final rounds of interviews, like on-site interviews
lot.
for one offer
okay.
at like a industry level. So as you have 5+ years of experience, if you're like more entry level, you could probably do 2 to 3 final rounds of interviews and get an offer out. But you know, you got to take a lot of things into consideration of how competitive your company is in the market and what are your decline rates.
And you got to
everyone-
find qualified people.
Qualified
Right.
people.
You can't just
find
hire anybody.
qualified people. That might be hard too. These
Right?
person may look good, but guess what? They
It's
don't know what
really
they're doing.
hard.
Yeah.
And like the roles I'm
Ugh.
talking about were 6 rounds of interviews. You're building an application. You're demoing it in front of people. It's 3 months of me building a relationship with candidates, like trying to get them down the line. And I have their best interest in heart, right? Because I want to fill the job and they want the job. Great.
Right.
Let's do this together.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, my ass was on the line.
Sure.
I was going to get fired
Right.
because I wasn't hitting my numbers and I couldn't figure it out why my candidates were stopping at like one point in this process.
They didn't fall. They left. They ghosted
They
you.
left. They were like, Jess, love working with you. You've provided all this feedback for me. I know how to prepare for my interviews, but just going to stop here. I'm not going to move forward to the final rounds. I was like, why? We've got you scheduled. Like, what can I do? Are you going on vacation? Do you need a little bit of extra time? Like, really trying to work with them.
Oh boy.
No, just one after another, after another, after another, after another. Till finally, I still love her. She told me the truth. I was like, hey, why are you going to pull out? I can't sit on this interview panel. Why? Well, Jess, I took your advice. I looked everyone up and I found something I don't like.
She said that?
Yes, because
Good for her.
I know. I mean, again, like 3 months of working with these people, I'm trying to build
know
that
them now,
rapport,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. And I have to negotiate with them for comp later. Like there's a
Right.
lot. She goes, I can't sit in front of this person. I've seen his dick all over the internet.
The hell?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I
The
mean, not
hell?
hilarious, heinous, but also funny the way she.
Dumb.
I know what he looks like under that table.
No,
I know. what-
Duding.
She's like, I can't.
Wow.
I've seen it. And then she goes, and I couldn't stop scrolling. I just kept looking and
And they
looking
kept
and looking
showing up
and
over and
looking.
over again.
And I was like, okay, hold on. Can I call you in 5 minutes? Because in recruiting, you're on a floor like with all these other people. So I was like, I need to get to a phone booth because I can't just yell dick out.
Right. And you can't, and he's in the room. Or
Yeah,
he's
and he's
nearby.
like important, like my
Right?
business manager, like really important partner.
and his dick is nearby.
Yeah.
In front of
Okay.
everyone's faces, apparently.
Right. Oh,
Yeah. In costume. Like just,
what?
Oh,
Okay,
man.
get any
Costume. Wait.
creepier?
I know, you
Like
guys.
a Batman cape, and there's a peen sticking out. I mean,
Caveman stuff. Like very,
oh my God, why? Where does
Dumb.
that come from?
Like, I'm sorry, but this human
Stupid.
knows
Stupid.
better. You're in
Well, he
tech.
doesn't. I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, no, for sure. You're that interested. You're that twisted and weird and creepy that you're blowing by the. Sorry, I said blowing, but you're getting past the fact you have a good gig and a good job that pays you very well, but that
Yeah.
all is thrown out the window for
yeah. Oh, wow.
Man.
to be
I mean,
Superman.
I'm trying to
And then-
condense this for y'all. But
Okay.
like,
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
talk
stuck on
about-
caveman.
talk about building a case. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is like uncharted territory for a lot of HR team members.
How long ago? Because now I believe
Mm.
there's probably protocol put in place for this because
for sure.
now
Yeah.
the internet's so prevalent and everybody's watching what everybody's saying and what everybody's doing. We had a case here where somebody was posting things that were not we can't do certain
Right,
things
right.
for this company as a representative of the company. So how long ago was this?
I'd say 2013, 2014.
Okay. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's before there was any like TikTok and everything. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
before
so
the talk.
right,
Yeah.
right,
yeah.
right. Wow.
So-
Wow. So you got it. You've never, okay.
No. So I'm like sitting on a gold mine. Like I'm like, I figured it out. And
Yeah.
I also am not trying to use my work computer to look this up.
Right.
So
Right.
like, I'm like on
Oh,
my lunch
gosh.
break, like trying to scroll through. And of course I can't stop scrolling. So now,
You
I've
found it
seen
right
it.
away.
Right.
well, she helped me get to
How
the
can
right
you
place.
talk to a person after seeing, I mean, some of that you don't, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why everybody kept leaving because
They
no
wouldn't
one
go
wanted to look
forward.
at this guy in the face without they already seen his package.
And in
Dressed as a caveman.
in good recruiting practices, you need a diverse pool of candidates, right? So
Sure.
it's a huge red flag if all of my female candidates are pulling out.
Right. Oh, God.
So I was getting my ass chewed out by my manager, my one-on-one, because I'm not hitting my
Was he the one chewing
goals.
your ass?
No. my
Oh, okay.
My recruiting manager.
Okay.
He's like my business team.
Okay, okay.
manager.
All right. So how did we bring this up to, how does this all?
So I just said it. I was like, look, I've been trying my hardest. I'm working with the sourcing team. We're hitting all of our numbers for funnels and all of the other pre-stage things. We're on our metrics. And I'm going to tell you what my candidate told me. Full disclosure. Full stop.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
Full
More
Monty.
disclosure than you ever
Full
would want.
Monty,
Yep.
right. You had the balls to tell him, I'm
Yep.
sorry, I can't stop punning. I
And
can't stop punning.
What I loved about this was she's one of the only female managers I've had in technical recruiting. And she just got it.
Yeah.
She knew right away why this was a huge stop. And you have to understand, this is millions of dollars on the line for this company's product because this is a leadership hire. We can't get this person to do the work. The business isn't going to hit their revenue goals. Boom, boom, boom. So many dominoes fall from here. So we had to build a case. I had to go to my HRBP with my manager. She had my back. We had to go to the HRBP, which is your HR business partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And show them the site and talk about it. And
That's not him though.
No.
This is his boss.
He's
Okay, right.
He does not know we know any of this. Okay.
Okay.
He's unaware that we are doing this.
Okay.
And so then we had to go to like our legal team because you can do this. You can live your life however you want to live your life. Right. The legal team said, okay, this site can exist, but this person has to change it to be password protected. It cannot be just available online.
Can't be just free balling out
Free
there.
balling. Well, they didn't.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
They
All
didn't
right.
want to do it. There was a huge legal.
They didn't want to fire him?
No, the
Oh.
person didn't want a password protected job.
He didn't want a password protected?
No.
Now,
For
and
his
now you can
job?
find him on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That is the easiest thing. We're not going to embarrass you, slander you, fire you. All you got to do is password it.
Again,
No.
dudes be doing
Okay.
it.
All right.
Wow.
So-
What a choke.
He's out. So I did not get fired because I did my detective work. Yes, thank you. And I owe it all to
I
my
get it.
wonderful candidate for
Right?
speaking up and like telling me the truth.
Man, how'd
So
you get
how
fired?
do you not get fired?
Yeah.
Radio's a tough biz, and I was doing mornings at a station here in town, and there was a guy who had worked at LAV, a classic rock station in town, for years. Kevin Matthews. He was a big deal. He went to Chicago, was a huge deal in Chicago, $1 million talent. Everybody knows the name in the business, and if you know anything about radio, you've certainly heard of Kevin Matthews. He still lives here in town. God love him. He's so funny, one of the funniest men on earth. Brilliant radio person.
Yes.
Groundbreaking.
I just learned about the statue.
Oh yeah,
I know.
written books and
Yeah.
it is a great guy.
He has a statue?
He's got a move. They actually did a movie about him. He found this
Religious statue.
broken religious statue, and Broken Mary. He called it. He wrote this book called Broken Mary. He's just an interesting cat. Just a very interesting guy. So I actually got to work with him after all this, but he worked here. He was groundbreaking here at LAV. Then he goes to Chicago. So I'm watching the news one night, and he driving a jet ski from Chicago to Grand Rapids
What?
because somebody had hired him in morning radio. And I'm like,
Oh my.
I think that's my job. I think that's for me. I think
Taking
so
your job?
So he's on
On
the
a jet
news.
ski.
So he's on the news, and they're like, Kevin Matthews coming back to town, but they didn't say the station. So I call my boss at 6 o'clock news at night, and I go, something you got to tell me? He goes, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I go, you'll talk to
tell me
me
now.
tonight. You'll talk to me tonight. So I met him down at the station that night. And he starts crying. And I'm like, why? Both times I got fired, both bosses cried. And I'm like, you're crying. What? I go, they said, yes, we've hired Kevin. And I go, you could have told me weeks
Wow.
ago, and I would have been
And
chill
literally
about
you
it.
finding it out.
Yeah. It's a crappy, I mean, and
Disc.
not, yeah.
Right?
And yeah, I was fired in a time in Detroit too, where they changed the show, and they had already told me that they weren't going to fire me. They had fired a bunch of people, and they saved me. And because of that, they had to pay out. I just signed a 3-year deal. They had to
Paid out
pay
your
out
contract?
and it was
Ooh,
Detroit.
okay.
It was a fat, I paid off a house with it. It
Oh,
was a
good.
fat
Well,
deal.
at
It was
least you
great.
win
Yeah,
there.
Mhm.
Right?
But no, I mean, and so fast forward later, I ended up working on the air with him here again because they're running back here, and we had the best report. I loved him so much, but it was like, you took my job, you bastard.
Yes.
So in radio
Wow.
it's different though. They're not making money, and HR person to there. It's a boys club. You've worked in a boys club. Women made half. I would do the same job and make half of what he made. I have fought for many, many years, and I help women negotiate. Like you're saying, you negotiate. Yeah, me too. I've helped women negotiate for, and he who says the number first loses. Let them see what they have first. Then you say, all these rules and they always patted us on the head and said, you just do traffic and laugh, be the laugh box in morning radio. Like you didn't get took a long, long time to get to 2026 and so that is my experience with being fired, like blindsided. Ooh. Yeah. And it's not for performance. It's for,
just business change.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Making money, but it wasn't because you weren't doing a good job. It was like, well,
it was. I mean, they brought Kevin back. I mean, we didn't have many ratings. But they brought Kevin back and he skyrocketed. But,
right. When you have someone like that who can come in and replace you. Right. Yeah.
But then it was always like being replaced for quadruple of what you made, Right. Or I'd be sitting across from him, it'd be the partner, both names on the show, and he'd make double what I would make. Like that's a constant, in television being an anchor.
Now you're the queen. Now
bitch, please.
Queen. So now they're firing people who make too much money in their business. So hang on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Now all those men were fired because they made too much.
Right. Yeah. And we're still here.
All right. Jess, I just feel like it's 20 minutes already. Like
I know.
Already,
I
know, but
I want to know how you get hired. I have a whole nother want to talk about.
Will you come back? We'll do how you get hired.
Love it.
In this world of AI.
Happy to talk about that.
Making everything up.
Yeah, happy to.
And I want to do a craft.
Okay,
have you done crafts with her?
Just one, our Galentine's party. It was fantastic. Okay. She brought her little tackle box of all the charms.
I'm so
everything.
Dorky. Yeah.
No, you're the coolest.
I love it.
And they're like, what are you bringing into the bar? And she's like, oh, these are all my crafts.
Oh, yeah. They wanted to frisk me. I was like, it's just crafts. I swear.
Right.
I'm bringing a big
I don't know what they thought.
A little bit of fentanyl on the bottom. But other than that, that's just for later.
False lick.
Yeah, don't lick any of the. I don't know where I.
But you can find. All right, what's your website?
Hotgluecreux.com.
There you go.
Glue Creux, Creux.
Creux.
We're naughty with the X.
Creux.
It's a little New Orleans style crew.
You know what it makes me think of? Do you know Creux is for jock itch for men?
No, but now I know. I gotta think different.
I'm sorry. That's what I thought right away. I thought, does she craft jocks? I don't know.
Could make jocks.
I know it. Yeah, Creux it's like powder for men for jacket. When I coming up in the 70s, Creux sports. All right, I am so sorry.
Wow. That's okay.
This is what happens when
Michelle talk today.
I know we've had some.
Balls on the brain today.
For three women, we're talking a lot about the D.
I do. I feel like you need to come back. I feel like we've just
Well, we need a craft. We need to get you a glue
We need
gun.
to craft. I need to get a
glue
gun
gun first. Right. I'll happily gift you a glue gun from Hot Glue Creux.
Okay.
We got you. We
awesome.
got you.
Okay. Yeah. And then one thing before we go, this has nothing to do with the podcast and I'm not starting a whole new podcast, but I have a question. What's your genre? What's your favorite movie? I mean, genre, like, are you, because I have a sense about you and I could be wrong. And why am I doing this? And maybe we'll have to cut this part out because it has nothing to do with the podcast.
But I think you're so funny. You're like, I'm not starting a new podcast. I'm like, okay, but
you just did. Okay.
I like some 90s classics. Like Empire Records.
Yes.
Okay.
I grew up like Clueless impacting my life for sure.
Okay. All right.
My first job was at Contempo Casual because of Clueless.
Okay. All right.
Sure,
all right. I got that. That tracks. Okay. I almost was going to go down like the Lord of the Rings vibe.
I did watch those recently because my partner Justin I entertained it.
And a Star Wars, like
my daughter is
Lord
big
of the
into
Rings
them.
vibe.
It's not necessarily my.
It's my vibe.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was getting the Lord of the Rings Star.
It's probably my hair.
I was getting the Star Princess Leia vibes off.
I knew we would be wearing these things, so
all right.
Yeah.
Supporting.
Oh my gosh, Jess, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
Head to hotgluecreux.com, getting crafty and try not to get fired, everyone.
Yay!
But make sure to like and follow.
And if you do, tell us about it. We want.
Thank you. Yeah, we want to hear your stories.
Thanks, Jess.
You're welcome, y'all.